the majority of new clients that we're getting
Mm-hmm.
are coming from the healthcare medical practice world, are coming because they've heard about the audit coverage and
Okay.
they have a friend that got caught in an audit and couldn't get out, or in some cases, the worst case was they lost their practice. We're dealing with one right now, Bob, if you don't mind me sharing here.
Sure.
A physician out in the Midwest who had a CMS audit come in. 3 weeks later, a third-party payer audit came in. Another week later, and this isn't made up for podcast, this is actual
Real life data.
real life data. We had a conference call with the attorney last week with the provider, and she broke down in tears. It is, we have been privy to audio tapes from these third-party auditors that are threatening. They're literally threatening PR nightmares. Some actions by a court on fraud, and the provider in that particular situation was absolutely beyond above board. But it's very unnerving, and it can make people run the other way. And good quality providers, they're just inundated with regulation, and now they have this to deal with. It's horrendous.
Right. Well, it sounds like it could be a pretty financially devastating event to a provider. And again, at a high level, I know every risk is different, every practice is different, but is this expensive? And is that why perhaps some practices don't have it and some have it? Is the underwriting cumbersome? Is it difficult? What sort of qualitative things do you look for a practice that doesn't have this coverage and, quite frankly, probably needs it? So is it just, hey, give me a couple of $100 extra and we'll take care of this? Or, is there a thought process? Is there a claim history review? Their past experiences, so on and so forth. Does that factor into it as well?
Yes, their past experience with audits does factor into it. Most of the practices that we write the audit coverage for, do not have prior audits. It's a very simple application. The carriers have a very easy, smooth underwriting process. A few very important points of data that drive the premium are the revenue, are the billings per payer, how much CMS, how much cash, and the number of patient files that they have, because that speaks to the breadth of the operation. Your average premium, minimum premium, is somewhere around $2,400. I think it's $2,475 now. $2,500 deductible, $1 million limit, and we build into it a cyber component. And that cyber product is a very deep, very broad coverage, because that's the secondary, most common claim we're seeing right now. Is claims of HIPAA violations based on patient data being released.